The sapphire stick, or Aaron's rod, was first given to Adam in the Garden of Eden. The first patriarch took it with him from Eden to till the ground. After Adam, the stick was passed down from patriarch to patriarch, finally reaching Joseph of Egypt. Clearly, the rod was more than a stick. It was deemed important enough to be passed to the male heirs, the patriarchs, and was even taken by force by Jacob as part of the birthright of the firstborn. At this point in the story, the stick curiously comes into the possession of Jethro, the priest of Midian. It is strange that an heirloom of such importance to the Hebrews would end up in the possession of an outsider. Moreover, if the rod was a sacred relic, as it was, why would the Lord allow it to leave the genealogical lines of inheritance? Who was Jethro anyway? The Bible is sparse on personal details about Jethro. When we first meet him in the narrative, he is called Reuel, a priest of Midian who has 7 daughters. Reuel, apparently in gratitude, offered refuge to Moses as well as his daughter Zipporah to wife. When we next meet Reuel, he is called Jethro, the name he is called by thereafter. When Moses returned from Egypt, he related to Jethro all the miracles the Lord had performed for Israel in its escape from bondage. Jethro rejoiced and offered sacrifice. Later, it was Jethro who advised Moses on the need to delegate authority. At this point, Jethro disappears from the narrative. None of this explains how the rod of God ended up in Jethro's hands. The Book of Jasher suggests that Jethro was an Egyptian noble. If this were the case, Jethro would have had access to the rod at the death of Joseph. Another tradition relates that Jethro was one of Egypt's magicians and the staff belonged to Pharaoh. Whatever the case, the rod became the possession of Jethro after the death of Joseph. Still, what is not explained in either the biblical account or in legend is why Jethro came to have the rod. The rod of God was a sacred token of the patriarchs, and God himself attached great importance to the object. It was God that used the rod to assist Moses and Aaron in the miracles that brought about the Exodus. It seems unlikely that he would allow the rod to fall into the hands of an obscure priest in the land of Midian.